Alright everybody, how's it going? ALTX here bringing you more NR2003 2020 season. We roll into Richmond for round 9 of the 2020 season, following last week's point scramble, the first one of 5, Rockingham. Kyle Busch took home victorious honors in that one, giving him a nice boost in the points. Chase Elliott took home second, and Kurt Busch took home third in that event. I've got the points on the right screen. Hang on. Yeah, okay, I sort of have the points. I'll just have to switch sheets over. We've got the points to look at before we start the race today, but we do need to get into our starting lineup and just give you a quick rundown of who's starting where. Only 39 cars today, some DNQs. In the back is Chad Fincham, JJ Yaley, BJ McLeod, Quinn Hoff, Denny Hamlin. Really deep starting position today. They unfortunately spun it in qualifying. They did not get their lap in. Christopher Bell, Kurt Busch, and Joey Logano, you see back here, lots of guys, and Eric Jones all had lots of struggles in qualifying. Daniel Suarez back here, Coy LaJoy, Ryan Preece, Eric Almirola, William Byron, Joey Gaze, Timmy Hill, Bubba Wallace, Justin Haley, Ross Chastain, and Ryan Newman, Brennan Gaughan, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, Chase Elliott, Matt DiBenedetto, John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., starting in the 5th row. Alex Bowman and Martin Truex Jr. starting 8th and 7th. Kevin Harvick 6th. Ryan Blaney starting 5th. Ty Dillon with a great starting spot, starting in the 4th position. Kyle Larson starting 3rd. On the outside pole, once again, Jimmy Johnson. And on pole is Brad Keselowski. And that is going to be Brad Keselowski's first pole of the season and his first playoff point of the season. So I was talking about points. We got a minute to check them out real quick. Just drag them over to this screen. There we go. Ooh, only thing is, where's the pages? Why can't? Oh, there we go. Sheets. There we go. Okay. So this is your playoff grid. These are the guys locked in. This is the wins, and these are the guys currently in on points. Looking at general points, regular season points. Just look at how ridiculously tight everything is amongst the top 6. Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch receiving the points and being awarded the way they were explicitly help. Let me see. Hang on. All right, I got some time. We're just gonna go over it after the command. Actually, now that it's on that monitor, I can't really get back to it without tabbing out. So we're just gonna go ahead and run the command and run the pace lap, and that's enough. You saw the points. So here's the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Certainly a boisterous one. Hopefully fitting for an exciting race at Richmond. 60 laps around this 3/4-mile bull ring under the lights. As the cars fire up and roll off pit road, we get ready to go racing for round 9 of the season. I'm pulling it up. I just gotta get it over here for myself. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright, forget it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Kyle Larson starting 3rd, looking to protect that points lead. And a lot of other characters. Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott starting much further back. Well, not much further back for the 80 and the 18, but definitely a little bit back there. It'll be Keselowski, though, in need of a good run, and Jimmy Johnson on the outside, leading us to the green flag, and we are racing in Richmond, Virginia. Three wide already. Kevin Harvick. Oh, that's almost forward. Larson almost got turned. Very tight squeeze there. Ty Dillon fighting back on the outside. Kevin Harvick already making things interesting, forcing his way in between the 2nd row starters, and Ty Dillon's going to go way up high and almost make contact there with Alex Bowman as they all come off of turn 4. Keselowski and Johnson still side by side for the lead amongst the madness ensuing behind them. As they come out of turn 2. Oh, trouble! Car hard in the wall. That is the 66 and the 32 around. Hard impact, and it'll be a race back to the line. Or who controls this restart? It's going to be Keselowski edging out Jimmy Johnson. Already a caution today. So the double zero. Quinn Hoff with some damage too, and the carnage doesn't seem like it's ending back here. Eric Jones got stuck behind all of it. Saw a massive impact to the outside wall for the 66 of Timmy Hill. And unfortunately, it's not how they're going to want to start this thing. As the field comes to a slow and gets themselves all situated, we're going to take a look at the replay of what happened to bring out the first caution of the day, or of the night. Back live with the replay. Well, you can see clearly here there's some contact there with Joey Gaze. There, his left front and the right rear hook there. Timmy Hill can't really do anything about that. He's going to go right up into the wall. Gaze kind of squeezes him up there, and I think he does tag Byron. Yeah, he tags Byron on the way down. Corey LaJoy has nowhere to go. And I actually didn't quite catch what the double zero gets his damage. Yeah, I didn't really see where... Oh, something else happened to Quinn. Yeah, this already happened on the initial start of the race. He got turned around, took a hard hit to the inside wall. And that did not bring out the caution, assuming because it was just a single car accident and it happened below the track. Yeah, one more look at our accident full time. Definitely a good link to the outside wall. A little bit of damage for Byron and LaJoy. Everybody here should be able to continue, but heavy damage for Timmy Hill. Honestly, Quinhoff saved by the caution. And we'll see how everything goes down after we go back from the break and get this race back rolling. Back live at Richmond International Raceway. We've got the 1 to green as the cars currently cycle through turns 1 and 2. No takers on pit road this time at the front or anywhere throughout the pack, so your top 5 still remains Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick. I forgot Ryan Blaney. No, that was right. Yep, that was the top 5. I saw them flash by and I was trying to memorize them as they went. Martin Truex Jr., Ty Dillon, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, and then Ricky Stenhouse Jr. round out your top 10. On lap 7 of 60, Brad Keselowski will once again lead us to the green flag. And we're racing again. Clean start by everybody. No crazy moves to go for the lead or for go any passes. And you see Kevin Harvick actually gets under the 42, and there goes Johnson to the bottom just like that. Our top 4 are side by side, and we are once again racing for position. Johnson with the edge on Brad Keselowski. Coming off a strong run at Texas. Wasn't quite in the mix for the win, but he did spend a lot of the race in the top 5. And he slides up there. Almost a little bit of contact there between he and the 2. Keselowski almost on the wall. Johnson definitely squeezed him, and he's going to use that aggression and take the lead. They've come on strong lately. They haven't been fantastic. After a really good run last week, they're carrying the momentum into Richmond this week. As we know, this is far from over. It's not like he's stretching it out. Brad Keselowski is still all over him. And, and the wall right there. That is Michael McDowell popping it pretty good. You saw the right side of his car totally caved in. As the field all flies out of turn 4. Looks like we're going to get some green flag running in here for the first time today. Martin Truex Jr. going under Kyle Larson, trying to bring Ryan Blaney with him. And it seems like the inside lane is going to be the dominant lane of the night. The outside, you can hold it up there, but you can't quite make any passes. You see Larson's able to hang on to Blaney for a little bit, but if Blaney can secure that bottom and Larson's actually going to shut the door on him and get back low. Ty Dillon doing everything he can to keep all the track position he can. Parallel parks it between the 17 and the 88. Alex Bowman just right behind him, right tucked in behind him. You can't get much closer than that. Really putting the pressure on Ty Dillon for that 8th position. Back at the front, the 48 and the 2 have broken away, it seems, on an island of their own. Brad Keselowski chasing what is rumored to possibly be a landing spot for him next season. This is Jimmy Johnson's last in the 48 car, last in his full-time Cup career. Lots of rumors have been sprouting up that Brad Keselowski could return to the team where he began his Cup career at Hendrick Motorsports, which could be fitting for him. He's not necessarily having any problems at Penske. Sometimes changes just happen. No one saw Carl Edwards leaving Roush. That happened. Who knows? I said they were sticking together. Johnson seems to be putting a little bit of a gap on Brad Keselowski. I know he started second at Texas, I think. And I think Hamlin won the pole. It was either that or Homestead, but they weren't able to capitalize. This time they are. Truex continues, I should say, to march his way up the field. Working on Kevin Harvick at 3rd. Currently lapping really quickly, actually. Harvick got in the wall a little bit there. Not good for them. I don't immediately see anything distorted on the right side of that car. Ooh, it's caved in a little bit. Yeah, it's not good for him. How about Chris Buescher? Chris Buescher has not had a single good run this season. And here he is, fighting Kyle Larson for that 5th spot, fighting the points leader for that 5th spot, and he's going to take it. Very good run, a very much needed run for Chris Buescher. Still got a long way to go, though. We're still only 43 laps to go. Just scratching the 1/3 mark. It's going to be a long night for them, but they're definitely starting off on the right foot. I've currently got my fan blowing in my microphone. It's annoying. As they all start to stretch out a little bit more, still some scattered battle. Still, ooh, Almirola kisses the wall there. He'll be fine. And a terrible day for Eric Jones continues. Just checking it back here. He is in 34th. They had something wrong from the very start. Them along with Ryan Newman and Joey Logano. And Denny Hamlin has slowly been able to make his way up the field. He's not really making a whole lot of progress. Michael McDowell hard in the wall again. Really bouncing it off. He's struggling bad with that car. Surely Denny Hamlin will go right by him soon enough. He's going to get under him there. Ooh, he can't. He has to check up. Kurt Busch following those +5 points. And the point scramble not having an ideal day. And William Byron doing what he can. It actually looks like he... Oh my goodness, Justin Haley in the wall. Wow, they're really starting to smack the wall. William Byron's damage seems to be affecting him a little bit more than I thought it would. Almirola and Clint Boyer, Stuart Haas Racing teammates, 20th and 21st, respectively. Almirola's definitely made a little bit of contact with that wall. He's 100% fighting a tight race car, doing everything he can. We've got Chastain and John Hunter Nemechek here, going back and forth for 18th. Right? Yeah, it's 18th. Bubba Wallace with a solid P17 run so far. Reddick 16th, and Benedetto 15th. Unfortunately, Ty Dillon, he couldn't keep it up there. He's falling back, currently battling Brennan Gaughan. How about Brennan Gaughan? What a good run for them so far, battling them for the 13th spot. See Austin Dillon, older brother Ty, running 12th, working on Bowman for 11th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. brings us back up to the top 10. Kyle Busch, a solid showing today, running 9th. I think Blaney might have gotten the wall there. I wasn't looking. I was looking at the gaps. Solid showing here from Kyle Busch after getting those +20 points. There's Ryan Blaney in 8th. Chase Elliott 7th, a runner-up in that point scramble. Kyle Larson currently running in the 6th position, the points leader. Looking to try and hang on to it today. I think he will, not the way it's going. Chris Buescher, a top 5 today, would be huge for them. He'd leapfrog a lot of guys in points, and it would definitely move him a little bit closer. Not within striking range, but within a realistic chance of making the playoffs this year. And then we see Kevin Harvick, who we did see pop the wall a little bit earlier. He's been able to hang on quite nicely. Hasn't quite kept the pace of our leaders, but he is hanging on to that 4th spot. As we see Jimmy Johnson is definitely stretching it out big time here. About half a tenth to a tenth a lap. Martin Truex Jr. was chasing down Brad Keselowski. He got right up to his bumper, but he seems to have stalled out a little bit. And Keselowski doing everything he can to keep up with Johnson. He had him a little bit on the short run, and I think he might be closer to the lead if they were able to use those tires on the first run if we didn't have that caution. But you see Johnson, that car is totally hooked up for the long run. They're pretty even with the 2 car. Maybe the 2 cars a little better on the short run. But on these older tires, it looks like the 40 car's on rails, and it could be another Clint Boyer-esque performance that we saw at Phoenix, where Boyer pulled out to a 3-second lead after the first caution and never looked back as Johnson pulls out another 10th on the guys behind him. It's looking like one of those unstoppable days from a race team that we really... I can't say... I guess we really didn't see it coming. It's not really common for Clint Boyer and Jimmy Johnson to put together races like these nowadays, but here we are. It's usually those guys in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th you see that do those sorts of things. The whole field whizzes by. There's Timmy Hill. And then he's 2nd. We should see Jimmy Johnson. So could lap traffic be a factor? Yeah, probably. There's the back of the field right here, and here's car 48 going into turn 1. And he's got these guys behind him. So lap traffic looks like it's definitely going to play a factor later on in this race as we do cross over the halfway point. Jimmy Johnson still out front by a steadily increasing gap. Truex not making an effort, but definitely stalking Brad Keselowski. That time by another tenth and a half. No, it's just a tenth, another tenth. So not a whole lot to look at there. It's just the 48. Pretty much putting on their first dominant performance in the last 2 years. It's definitely a first for them since I don't know when the last time they dominated a race was. Chase Elliott is up to 6th. He's gotten by Kyle Larson. Kyle Busch up to 8th by Ryan Blaney since we last checked on him. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. still holding down the fort in 10th. As Alex Bowman and Austin Dillon continue to go at, Brennan Gaughan was able to overcome Ty Dillon and take 13th. And what an amazing run by Brennan Gaughan. They've quietly had a very solid season under the radar. Not really playoff caliber, but a really good season for that 62 team. Ty Dillon, you see 14th, De Benedetto 15th. There's Bubba Wallace trying to make a pass on Tyler Reddick. Reddick shuts the door and blocks his run. 3 wide off the corner there. Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola, and William Byron getting a little racy. Denny Hamlin, like I said before, slowly inching his way up the field. Getting by Justin Haley here will put him up to 24th. They've definitely struggled today, or tonight I should say, definitely had a lot of struggles. And wow, I'm just looking at the gap from the 48 to the 2. It's insane right there. Speed difference. Whew, that is a tenth and a half gain. Because now I think it's a lot less. It's not as much. Johnson has gotten faster than Keselowski in the long run. Keselowski's car seems to not be as quick. They seem to be struggling, although Truex had a really bad corner there. They seem to be really losing ground to both Truex and Johnson. Truex actually running a little bit. Oh my goodness, never mind. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. An unprecedentedly fast performance by the 48 crew. They've got their driver out front. They got that thing hooked up. And they could find themselves in victory lane by the end of it. We still got about a third of the race left. Anything could happen. It looks like Truex actually is a little bit quicker than Keselowski. It's just once he gets up to his back bumper, it pushes up the track, and he is having a really hard time setting up and completing a pass. There he drives it in pretty hard, trying to angle it and get a better run off. It's not quite going to work for him. Trying to look at that speed difference. He was a tick faster that time. And he sees a lot better in the middle of the corner than Keselowski is. Looking at the lap traffic situation, they inch nearer and nearer to Quinn Houff, which would begin, Quinn Houff, whatever the hell his name is, which would begin the cycle of putting cars a lap down. Gap now up over 2 seconds. Truex Jr. just a hair faster than Keselowski, not by a lot though. Meanwhile, further on back, Kyle Busch starting to take looks under Kyle Larson, slowly crawling his way up the ladder. Ooh, Larson just about shut the door. Went wide. Got really close to turning himself. That's going to give the opportunity to Kyle Busch. And how about Ricky Stenhouse Jr.? He actually got around Ryan Blaney. Stenhouse is through. I'm sorry, I was looking at the gaps. I thought Truex got around Keselowski. There's a big gap now. Truex seems to have slid up again. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is actually going to follow Kyle Busch through. And he's going to take the 8th spot. Strong run coming together for them. Speaking of strong runs, Chase Elliott looking to put a slight damper on Chris Buescher's night as he gets under him here. Ooh, he was going to dive it in there. It looks like he thought better of it and actually backed off of it. Kyle Larson now under attack from Ryan Blaney, the 42 car. Their stuff seems to have fallen off. Seems like they pushed a little bit too hard early. And they are really going backwards now. They've got all kinds of pressure from Ryan Blaney and Austin Dillon cooped up right behind him. A little pocket of cars right here. As we look further on back, we now see Denny Hamlin. Oh, getting under Kurt Busch. Definitely getting a little bit racy there. Denny Hamlin is through to 22nd. Not clear, but he is going to have the position on him. Slowly that 11 car is coming to life, showing some signs of life at all. Not necessarily a good day for them. Oh, Kurt Busch way up against the wall. Almost hit it. Not an ideal day for the 11 car, but they're doing what they can to salvage. Speaking of salvaging, here's Eric Jones, currently running a dismal 30th place. They had a really strong season so far, and it is really not looking good for them right now. Tires have fallen off massively. Really starting to fall off now. As we look at this live scoring, Johnson not that much faster than Keselowski that time. Although he's opened up over a 2.5 second gap right now. It's going to take an undercut by the 2 car or a mistake by the 48 crew. Or a godlike pit stop by the 2 crew. Or caution for them to catch Jimmy Johnson now. Assuming I'm pretty sure they're going to have to. I would be shocked if they can go all the way. Well, at 46 of 60, though, it's looking more and more likely. Well, not all races are meant to be exciting. There are some good battles throughout this one. There still are some good battles. As you see, the 17 starting to close up to the 4. Chase Elliott starting to close up to the 17. There are bonus points at stake here. Remember, excuse me. Remember, 4th place gets 42, 5th place gets 40, and then there's a little bit more of a drop-off to 6th place that gets 37. So there's definitely some good bonus points at stake. In any other points format, you get 39 for getting, or get 39 points for getting 4th place. If we went point by point, you get 42 points. So 3 bonus points compared to what you'd usually get for getting that 4th spot. Chase Elliott running a slightly higher line to try and make something happen. Nothing there. And man, that 48 car is fast. When's the last time anyone said that? Continues to put a bidding on the field. The gap is approaching 3 seconds out front of Brad Keselowski and Martin Truex Jr. Truex Jr. has just unfortunately not been able to go anywhere running behind Brad. As that gap's actually going to shrink a tad bit here as Johnson finally catches the back of the field, and he will put Quinn Hoff 1 lap down. And I don't know how much more lap traffic he's going to catch. There's definitely a lot of cars up here. He's probably not going to catch that. He might catch Chad Fincham and Corey LaJoyne. And that's it, honestly. I don't think he's going to catch anything else. The battle for the 4th spot remains tight. No moves yet. They are all there for sure. Larson has been able to maintain that 9th spot. And how about Brennan Gaughan? Look at that. Completing the pass, or working on completing the pass for the 11th position. And there he goes. And will he clear him? Just about. He'll probably have him this time. Brennan Gaughan through to the 11th spot. It's been a while. Last time we saw an underfunded team do this well was Daniel Suarez winning Auto Club. But there's the thing. That was on fuel mileage. This is pure driver and pure car. So we've gone green almost the entire way. Brennan Gaughan, in the last 40-plus laps of racing, has driven his way from the mid-pack all the way up to 11th, just outside the top 10, right behind Ryan Blaney. And boy, would it be crazy if this team could not only finish in this spot, but maybe even crack that top 10. Here we go, the 17 going a little bit high there. Chase Elliott, ooh, Chase Elliott really slid it off the corner there, trying to get everything he can. Not ideal for them. You really don't need to be sliding your tires at this point in the race. The 48 car's gone. Whoa, man, it is definitely a Clint Boyer kind of day for them. 21.980, a blistering lap on this set of tires. And just another, it's absurd, really. A 10th.5 on Keselowski. There's just nothing that can be done at this point. Not sure what the deal is, but they just got him totally hooked up. That's exactly what I was saying with Clint Boyer. It was a surefire head scratcher as to how they built a car that much faster. But hey, breaking the 4th wall here. If you watch the Cup race at Fontana, man, or if you watch the Cup race at Auto Club, Alex Bowman built a better car than my NR2003 48 crew built, you know? So you never know how these things can go. As we approach 4 laps to go this time by, Jimmy Johnson still out front, and he's not letting off the pedal. He increases his lead by another 2.5 tenths. Looks like it could be, well, I was going to say it might be the largest margin of victory of the season, but that would not be true. Daniel Suarez, pretty sure, has that. And they are pitting. Here we go. This is actually quite interesting. Are there cars that can make it all the way? Harvick and Elliott stay out. Stenhouse stays out. Larson, Blaney, Dillon. Oh, dear. Could they have pushed too hard? Is it possible that these guys in the back were saving? They've still got to go 3 more laps. Harvick slowing down. He did not come. Stenhouse not coming to pit road. Larson, Blaney. Oh my goodness. It is going to be a throwaway race for the ages. And the caution has come out. What has happened at the end of this race? Not that it was going to be exciting, but oh, that's terrible. That's heartbreaking. Oh no. Is that the 4 car has to pit, I assume? Because they weren't going to make it on fuel? Who's winning the damn race? Is it Chase Elliott? Is Chase Elliott going to win? Is Corey LaJoy going to finish? What? No, he's not. Well, this is going to put Chase Elliott in the lead. I'm assuming he's just going to coast to the finish here. Well then. I'm not sure what to say. That is pretty insane. Wow. A plot twist. A plot twist for the ages. They did end up having to pit. And I think maybe the only reason Chase Elliott can make it is simply because this caution's out and they can coast to the victory. And sure enough, this is the white flag coming out of turn 4 under caution. Chase Elliott is going to steal the show and capture victory number 1 on the season. Wow. I was not expecting that one at all. That was totally unexpected. And the field has stopped for whatever reason. So... oh no, Chris Buescher. Oh no, Chris Buescher finished 23rd. Oh, they can't catch a break, man. Poor Chris Buescher. So the race is over then, right? Yeah, it's lap 60 of 60. The race is over, right? No, the race is not over. Yeah, the checkered flag was out. Race is over. Coming on to pit road now. Chase Elliott has won the race. Wow. Let's see what caused the caution. All I have to say, viewer discretion is advised. Oh my god. It appears the pit wall only hit his arm. Christopher Bell is going to be okay. But as we take a look at our final results, it is Chase Elliott coming away with the victory. Ryan Blaney in second, Eric Almirola in third, Denny Hamlin fourth, Ross Chastain fifth. The cards fall the right way for these guys, and Denny Hamlin had pretty much an awful day along with Eric Almirola, and they end up with top fives. Lucky breaks for them. John Hunter Nemechek, Justin Haley, Kurt Busch all made contact with the walls, and Michael McDowell come out in the top 10s. Ryan Newman rounding out the top 10. Eric Jones, after pretty much running 30th all day, finishing 11th, and Joey Gaze finishing 12th. Kevin Harvick 13th, Stenhouse 14th, Larson 15th, Austin Dillon 16th, Alex Bowman 17th, and Clint Boyer 18th. And there he is, Jimmy Johnson, led roughly 50 laps today. And late race caution, I don't want to say the late race caution killed them. They were probably going to finish there anyways. It didn't look like Chase Elliott planned on coming to pit road or any of those guys behind him planned on coming to pit road. It looks like that top 12 there, they were going to make it all the way. They didn't intend on pitting, so definitely some pit strategy at play there. The 48 and everybody else that pit on that lap did not think anyone could make it all the way, but I guess they saved enough. So good for those guys, but unfortunately for the likes of Bowman, Boyer, Johnson, Kyle Busch, Truex Jr., Keselowski, all these guys that are higher up in points, it's not good for them. And man, Chris Buescher, I swear, they finally get a good run going. They ran top 5 all night. They did everything right, and they're going to only come home 23rd. Terrible for them, but the encouraging part is they finally had a good run, although that kind of gets reset as we go to Talladega next week. Pretty much a crapshoot. Looking further down the points, Brennan Gaughan also had a good run ruined by this race, or by the way it turned out. Bubba Wallace, 26th. Also another good run taken away. Same with Ty Dillon. Joey Logano was pretty much back here already. Benedetto, tough break for them. And William Byron's bad day got worse. 32nd. That's going to hurt them. And Daniel Suarez, up to this point, has been doing what he needs to do to try and stay in that playoffs. A 33rd place finish ain't helping them. They got to be top 30, but we'll just have to see what happens. At this point, they still are going to be top 30, but they've got to limit these bad finishes. Christopher Bell, unfortunately, coming home last place, will receive. Actually, he's going to receive 4 points. I am giving out 3, 2, and 1 points respectively to the 3 drivers that did not make the show today. But nonetheless, not all races can be exciting all the way through, although this one definitely had an interesting, turned on its head ending, and Chase Elliott was able to steal the show. And I'm going to leave you with that. I'm just going to update the points before I do the next race. Next race is Talladega, by the way. The schedule going forward, I'll go ahead and pull it up on the screen. Give y'all a look at that. It's been a while since we looked at the schedule. So go ahead and put that hash mark next to... I forgot that dash mark actually is what I used to pause my recording, so it paused. Yes, put that dash mark next to Richmond. Round 9 in the books. Talladega coming up next. Dover, and then we've got a point scramble number 2. It's actually a little fun stretch of races. Then we have the All-Star race, and then the longest race of the season, the 600. Kansas, Michigan, Sonoma, Chicago, some real skill tracks. And then we've got 3 point scrambles in a row. One of those is supposed to be Indy, and the other 2 are the Pocono doubleheaders. So that's why there's 3 in a row. After that, it'll be all gone. Then it's Kentucky, Loudon, Michigan 2, Watkins Glen, Dover 2, and Daytona. That'll take us into the playoffs. Some of the best tracks on the circuit, Atlanta and Kentucky and Auto Club, all make second appearances, along with Las Vegas, Talladega for some plate track action, the Charlotte Roval making its appearance. How could we not do the Charlotte Roval? It is going to be a mainstay in the sport for years to come. Kansas 2, Texas 2, and then Richmond, as we can see, didn't provide the most exciting show, but definitely turned things on its head. And then the finale will be in Phoenix, where, hey man, if Clint Boyer can make it all the way, we'll see if they can pull off what they did last time. But that is all I've got. Thank you to all these dudes that picked cars. Very cool of you, especially to those that are keeping up with it. I know some of y'all haven't had great seasons, but this is how many races we've done, right? And this is how many we've got until the playoffs. So hang on. Hold on, there's still 17 more races. Only 16 you can make the playoffs off of, but still lots of races to gain points. On that note, I'm going to end the video, so thank y'all so much for watching. If you liked it, please like, comment, let me know what you think. If I should do any other content, because I don't want to just upload these, let me know what else you'd like to see. And also subscribe, because at the time of recording this, I'm actually at about 396. Ultimate goal is to hit 500 by the end of the season. I don't think it's going to happen, but I can hope. I can dream. So once again, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.